Hello there friends! So it's Wednesday night and this week we are making modern yarn rainbows. So what makes them modern? Well, a popular motif lately in homewares, fashion, you name it, is this sort of abstract looking rainbow. So for these rainbows, we are going to have sort of a more straight U-type shape. We are going to be using different colored yarns than you'd find in typical red, orange, yellow, blue, violet rainbow. And we're just going to be having a lot of fun while doing it. So make sure you get a Go Pack at the Northeast Branch Library if you haven't already. And you will just need yarn, which is provided in your Go Pack, rope, also provided in your Go Pack, and a pair of scissors. Let's get started on our activity. The first thing I'm going to do is untie this little bundle of rope. So I'm going to start by arranging it from shortest to longest. So the shortest rope will go in the inside as the center of the rainbow, and the longest piece will work as the outside of the rainbow. So you want to decide what order you want your colors in. Your colors will come in small balls. Right now I'm just working from the big skeins of yarn. So my smallest will be light blue, next will be mustard yellow, then dark blue, then hot pink. So it's really simple how you do this. It'll just take some time. So you start by taking the end and you want to tie it a little ways up from the end of your rope. So that way you can fray this at the end. So I'm going to double knot it. If you have hot glue or even any kind of glue at home, you can use that to make it extra secure. And actually, if you have even just school glue at home, it's a great idea to glue along the rope as we wrap because it'll help it hold down. But basically, after we have this knotted onto the end, nice and securely, we're going to start wrapping this down our entire thing of rope, and then we're just going to tie it off again about an inch from the end. Okay, so once I'm about as far on this end as I was on that end, I'm going to take a reasonable amount of yarn and cut it off, and then tie another knot around the end. Again, if you have glue, it'll make it extra secure. All right, so I cut it off. And this is my first wrap. So what you're going to do is repeat this step with all of your other ropes and colors. I'm going to do that now, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay friends, so I now have all 4 of my ropes covered with yarn. So the next thing we're going to do is connect them to make our rainbow. So you'll probably want to do this 2 at a time. And what you'll do is find a scrap piece of yarn, and we're going to tie a knot here, a knot here. Basically, we're trying to tie them together so that they stay in place. I recommend using yarns that are color of at least one of the 2 ropes, then we can sort of hide them. Now there is an alternate way. If you have a hot glue gun at home, and kids, if you want to do this option, you should have an adult assist you with this, but you can always hot glue these together. It's a lot faster and it works even better. But let me show you how to do the tie method. So I have 2 pieces here, and I have a piece of yellow yarn. What I'm going to do is line these up just the way I want them. So I want them like this. So I'm going to tie a few knots to keep them together. And I like to hide these knots in the back. And of course, I'm going to be cutting the extra strings off. I don't want it to show. But I'm just gonna go and do my whole rainbow now. Okay, so my rainbow is almost done. So on the front, you can see I decided instead of hiding it, I chose to weave some of the different colored threads through. So it sort of adds a sort of fun, cheeky look to my rainbow. If you look on the back, it's more messy. So this is where I tied all the knots. Now, like I said, if you use hot glue between every layer to glue on instead of tying, it'll look a lot tidier. But now the final step is optional. In that step, we're just going to pull apart some of these ends of our rope just to get a frayed look. So I'm going to do this to my rainbow now and see what it looks like. I'm just pulling apart the fibers. Okay, so to give you an idea of the different options available to you, I kept this side natural and I frayed out this side. So there are two different options of how you finish it there. Then you can also add stuff like cotton balls to the end if you want them as clouds, but I mean, this is basically your rainbow craft. I hope you enjoyed this craft and tune in again next Wednesday for another Family Night craft. Bye, friends.